it was a long week, but I appreciated the way they handled it. Um, I thought, even getting out of here, our first leg of our travel was about 15 and a half hours. On Thursday, we weren't able to practice, kind of got out of our routine, but I was really proud of the guys and being able to, you know, um, get it done on Friday night. Gunner threw really well. Their kid threw really well. But our pitching and defense hung in there. Our bullpen got the job done in the back end behind Gunner. Saturday and Sunday, I thought our hitters did a great job of being able to score runs. We didn't close out the ninth inning of both of those games like we should have. But the hitters, I thought, did a good job coming back after facing a good arm Friday night, scoring runs on Saturday. Gave us every opportunity to win, bless you. And then on Sunday, we had same thing. Hogan got behind 5-0 after the emotional loss on Saturday. The hitters were able to come back and get back up on the other side of that thing for us. Again, we didn't close out the ninth like we should have. So we let both of those games get away from us. We could have actually swept. But, our bullpen didn't get the job done at the end of those two. Then we had a long travel day back and kind of broke up our routine for Tuesday's game, but I thought the guys handled it really well. And then from there, last night, put ourselves in a position to win. I thought Jack Burk did a great job for a freshman. That was going to be one of his toughest starts. We knew that in front of the crowd that he was going to have to face and the team that he had to face. But I thought he did a great job giving us a chance to win. We were 1 or 2 sack flies away from being able to, tie the game and win the game. You got to try to have your best at bat in the critical situation of the game. And we had a couple really bad at bats in the critical part of the game. And when you live on the edge, one at bat here and one at bat there can do you in, or so now what we got to do is have good practice today. Got back home last night, and so we'll be back this week, which will be good for our guys. Be back at home and have a good practice today. Get ourselves ready for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. From there, they'll pick up a good full day off Sunday for Easter Sunday, which is really good. Then back to a day off on Monday. So hopefully we can catch back up a little bit on some rest and being in spring break. Open up the floor for questions you might have.
Coach, you talked about Jack Burk pitching well, put y'all in places to win and giving y'all a chance to win.
Yes.
But the batters haven't followed through. How can the batters own up to that and follow through, not just when he's pitching, but when the other pitchers are pitching as well?
Well, the big thing you got to do is you just got to have a good approach and try to answer the bell when it rings. We had guys one inning at second and third and one out. We don't ask them to get a hit right there. A hit would be really good, but the big thing you want to do right there is at least make contact. And what hurt us in both the situations at LSU was that we struck out. We struck out in critical times, and we've got to do a better job of being able to put the ball in play. That's the key right there. A sac fly would have tied it. Then the next sac fly could have won it, because the pitching was good and the defense was good. But, they swung the bat well on Saturday and Sunday for us. And, on the road at Coastal, we just didn't get the job done at the back end of the game in the last inning of both those games. But, again, you just got to have a good approach. They brought in some kids that have throwing good sliders, good breaking balls. And, they were able to finish our hitter, not let us put the ball in contact. But you've got to try to have a good approach and be able to put the ball in play right there. Again, we're not asking for a hit. We're just asking for a quality at bat. And last night we had some bad at bats in critical times. To get us in that position, we had some good at bats. But then once we got guys at second and third, and that's kind of been our issue all year, is being able to drive in runs. But on the other hand, we're first in the conference in pitching, first in the conference in defense. So, again, we've got to continue to do those two things. But, again, I thought our hitters have swung the bat better in the second half, which hopefully will help us this weekend and on into the second half run of the season.
It was going to be a quick turnaround anyways with the Tuesday to Thursday, but at this point your routine's kind of out the window.
Yep.
Is it just one of those things where with this Arkansas State series
that's what we want to try to do. We had a unique situation in our hands, 15 and a half hours on Thursday to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then all the mayhem that we had in trying to get out from the ballpark on Sunday, and then the 11 and a half bus ride on Monday on your day off. So it blew all our routine. So then we played Tuesday. So you're right, we're going to go out there today and, try to get a little work in, get the pitchers back on schedule, because, that's been the biggest difficulty is with the pitching staff, because all the stuff they use, all their routines, we couldn't get back in time where we start their routines again. We had left Jack Burk behind, so he wouldn't have. We didn't know we'd have this kind of travel, but we knew we had some extensive travel, so we left Jack behind to stay out of that travel, so he could be ready for Tuesday. And so yeah, it's all out of our routines and all that, but all that's nothing but chances to make excuses. Travel had nothing to do with striking out with a guy 90 feet away. That has nothing to do with travel. That's approach. So we just got to do a better job when we get guys to second and third and make better contact, and the pitchers will just have to suck it up. And they've been doing what they needed to do on the road to the best of their ability. It's tough if you're on long catch that day or flat ground that day or light bullpen that day. You can't do that, inside an 11 and a half hour bus ride. So we got there. It was late. So there's no routine right there. Some of those guys have missed 2 full days of their routine. So they'll get back on track today, get caught up out there today, and get themselves ready to go and get after it.
If pitching is the biggest, I guess, the area that hurts the most when you break a routine, you're finally at a point where your pitching staff's not young anymore. That was the biggest thing, but these guys have been doing it. Is that assuring now that you've got some older guys?
It's helpful. It's helpful to know that these guys are older, and you can kind of, call them veterans. They kind of know how to get themselves ready. They know when they get caught in situations like this what to do to get themselves prepared. Gunner's very good at getting himself ready to pitch, and the other guys are too. So I think they'll be okay, long as we don't look back and look for excuses. There are no excuses. Whatever you have in front of you, you have in front of you, and you got to solve it. So our goal now is to solve Arkansas State with a workout today and ready to go on Thursday.
We have Colton Schmidt this weekend.
He's throwing live to hitters today. Yep. So we should have him, with us. We'll put him. Our plans were this is the last leg of his comeback, of his protocol, and if there's no issues today, off of it, then yes, he'll potentially be with us, but for sure, starting next week for sure.
Not sure how to express this, but you played 2 weeks ago. You played your best rival in the conference in South Alabama. This last week you played Coastal Carolina, defending national champions. Is there a fear that it's Arkansas State? It's not one of the higher regarded teams in the conference, even though you are playing a conference game and coming back home.
No, because we didn't look at the other ones any different than we do Arkansas State. We'll take somebody lightly when they walk up to the plate without a bat, and I hadn't seen that yet in 31 years. So until that happens, we'll make sure that we know that these guys will be ready to play, and we'll have to be ready to play. We stay focused more on us than anybody else. Arkansas State's always played us tough. They're well coached, so we're not gonna. I don't think we can take anybody lightly right now at all. So no, we'll be prepared to the best of our ability with the week that we've got involved, and get ready to go and be ready for Thursday. Hopefully Gunner can get us off to a good start, set a good tempo like he normally does. They've got a shortened week too and travel, so they've got some challenges too. But no, we don't look at in anything like that. We didn't take, you know, Coastal Carolina any differently from anybody else or LSU. You know, every week's a different opponent, but technically we're the opponent. It's us, so we're going to handle that internally and just make sure that we're ready to go to the best of our ability.